Here's an idea that is regarded as a normal one among human beings. The family represents the horde, the gathering of some animals after a genetic sequence. For most animal groups, this is the result of struggling for survival, or the animal need for mating. For humans, those reasons are long past, and the family is formed by the current culture. Thus normality is found in a family with 2 parents, plus children. Many parents, plus children. Or just the 2 potential parents, without children. Culture changed the idea of family, and family is an idea. Into such group, parents are those who raise their children and are taking part in their education. Such parents should know well enough about psychology and the environment influence on human behavior, and a general knowledge about the importance of genes. Otherwise, education of children is risky, random and personal, based solely on the ideas of some individuals. For most people, the family is a goal, and children and fulfillment, all rendered by culture. This creates certain problems. For example, the issue of children. Whether you are a parent or not, you ever wonder why you want to have a baby? What's the point? Because you need to? Because he is gentle? Because you want to play with him? For personal fulfillment? Most of the parents relive childhood moments through children, or want children to represent the success that they have not acquired. A kind of a toy trophy. I'm not saying it's wrong, but you have to ask yourself, why do you want to have a baby?
So women are given a particular role in this country. When you give a baby doll to a girl, you're already programming her. When you tie a big bow in her hair, you're programming her. So women in the future will pick whatever the hell they want. Electric trains, not necessarily a baby doll. Wiping the baby's ass is no real great career. In other words, they try to get women to believe in having children. You know, children are a pain in the ass. They're not pleasant. They can't say anything new. They require a lot of your time. You can't travel. You can't do a lot of things. So the population in the future will be diminished. Now, a lot of you believe, well, I like to have my own children. I want my name going into the future. See? Now, if you had a child, say 11 years old, and the hospital called you and said, we gave you the wrong child 11 years ago, you're not going to turn it in. Don't you see that all children are about the same? They all say about the same things. Can't, but if we try to visualize the future, it's the same families and all that stuff. So when I make movies on the future, I have to use families in there. There'll be no families. Most people won't want children, but today that's normal. So you have to use that if you really want to change people. Otherwise you come at them and know what the hell you're talking about. I wouldn't want to live in your world. Your grandmother, I told you, if you took her to Miami Beach and she saw the girls with their butts hanging out, she'd say they've gone too far. Now she's right where she's coming from, but not today. But you got to understand, your grandmother was brought up in a different world. So we teach the kids in school that your parents and your grandfather were brought up at different times and their values are different than ours. But don't look at them as bad. Understand where they're coming from. Yeah. That the Indian is not stupid. All they do in their culture is dance around a fire, la la la, and because that's all they know. That's all they've been exposed to.
Now comes the next problem. Overcrowding due to culture. It is extremely risky because this system is perpetuating the idea that family is the goal of every man's life, and children are part of this idea.
For example, The Catholic Church and a lot of other religions feed off of those early Old Testament ideologies. They advocate this illusion that we can just procreate constantly and everyone's going to be fine. God will take care of everyone. As of right now, with the future of energy, established energy, the future of the way we are orienting ourselves on this planet through depletion, I'm not having any children. While I try to be as optimistic as possible with the Zeitgeist movement and what we could do, which is phenomenal what we could do, as of right now we have some powerful barriers. I'm not having children. Why? Why would I say that? First of all, I wouldn't feel good. I would feel utterly negligent and irresponsible at this point in time to bring in another human being. Most people, when they give birth to children, it's a traditionalized, self-serving, established notion where we're going to have kids and have a family. To hell with the carrying capacity of the earth. To hell with the fact that we might be impoverished. I mean, you see this in trailer parks all the time. I used to live in a trailer park. I've seen this countless times. People don't have any relationship to anything. They have no education as far as what makes society work, as far as what the processes are that feed them. So they continue to have kids over and over and over again, or continue to do many, many things that have no relationship to anything. But let's focus on the children aspect. For me to bring in a child is for me to actually say, I believe the world will be in good shape for the duration of my child's life. And then it becomes, well, what if my child has a grandchild? Should the world have the integrity to maintain stability for that child as well? This is the question. This is what all parents out there should be asking themselves. They shouldn't be having children for their own self-serving needs so they can have a family and be traditional and show up at church and have their 2 kids. It has to relate to something real. Humanity has to start thinking about its relationship to the earth. Until it does so, we're fucking doomed. We have created an economic structure, a religious, philosophical structure that is absolutely decoupled from anything tangible and real, and these ideologies are what will destroy the human species and destroy the planet.